Good morning, Derek. Merry day after Christmas. Very much so, Derek. I hope you did too. I really sincerely hope you had a great day. We're not going to be here long this morning. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Exception Choopy. There's my Choopster. There's Choopy. Exception. I'm sincerely sorry to hear about your cousin. I've been thinking about her a little bit yesterday. I mean, I shouldn't say just a little bit, but sincerely on my mind. Sending positive vibes, not just to her, but to you as well, and all of the families involved. What a rough thing, what a rough time. So, thinking about you, Exception, and thinking about your cousin. I wish we could do more than just think. Good morning, I see. Good morning. Oreo, good morning. Laura, good morning. I hope you had a divine day yesterday. Good morning. Who else is here? It's Anthony Hunt. Good morning, Anthony. Merry Christmas. The day after. Sure neat to see Choop here this morning. J.W. Owen, good morning. Terry Newman, good morning. Terry's bright and shiny today. Good morning. Hey, I'm snapping over here. Good morning. Shroom Digs. Digging the shrooms. Good morning. Right, Exception? Isn't it great to see Terry? Gotta love some Terry. Good morning, Oreo. You too. You too, dear. I love you. I love your kindness and thoughtfulness for friends. You're an incredibly thoughtful friend. Lon Tiller, good morning. Wizzy the Wazzy Wazerton, good morning, Wazzy. Many people know him now as Wazzy-O. Many people know him now as the Great Wazzy-O. Good morning, everybody. We're not going to be here long today. We're going to get a couple of things done. Pops actually has guests over this morning. And I just wanted to be able to say hello to everybody this morning. Charles Works, good morning. I had a feeling this morning, just because it's a 4-day weekend and a lot of people get the day off, I had a feeling that we would see some of our older friends' faces here. And I don't mean old by age, but just by time that we've known them. Because if they're working a regular job, they might not be working today. They might have a chance to join today and say hello to everybody, and us get a chance to say hello to them. And I'm already seeing a couple of those faces, so it feels really good. That was the real reason for popping on today. I agree with Derek. Laura's tree is beautiful. I agree with Derek. Good morning, everybody. That's what I figured, Oreo. I figured a few people would have today off and get a chance to join us today. So we took today to say, let's just say hello to everybody. You're crazy. JWO, and the answer is yes about Michael. He had an extreme operation problem with one of his legs and foot, but he went home Wednesday. The doctors were good, the hospital was great, and they were able to get him out and home for Christmas. but certainly keep him on your mind. Jesus Christ, nobody asked you if you had a job. Nobody asked you. Jesus Christ in Australia. It is really good news, JW. It's sweet of you to ask how he's doing. Good morning. Sue's saying hello to Ruff. Ruff! They're saying hello to you. Zozo LSD. Ruff is hanging out with my guests. Good morning, moms. It's so sweet to see moms here. How's your throat doing, moms? Last I saw you, you were like me a couple of days ago, but mine only lasted a day. My throat laryngitis-ishness only lasted me a day. How are you doing? Good morning, everybody. The day after Christmas. 26 people, 12 likes. Could you guys gift the show? Thank you, Nurs. Nurs, I got a box from you. I made a mistake though. I put it, I accidentally brought it with me over to the, to my grow house. And forgot it there. So I'll be back over there this morning as soon as we're done here. Visit a little with my guests. And then I have to get over to the grow house, and there's a pretty big operation over there today. I'll pick up the box and bring it back home, open it up, and then I'll show everybody on Monday what you blessed me with. I certainly hope there's some of that fire cider in there. I hope there's some of that fire cider. That stuff works really well. Very, very good. Yours was a week, moms? That's, at least you're better though, right? Mine was one day. Greenie, your whole house has the flu. Yeah. Nurse, thank you for sending everything to me. I appreciate you. Is Billy D here this morning? If he isn't, we're certainly sending out good wishes to the Billster. Good morning, Billy D. It's a very fluish season this year. Everything I'm reading and seeing on the news, it's quite a big flu situation going on this year. So take care of yourselves, you guys, says the guy that doesn't take care of himself. Good morning, everybody. Now Higgs is sick too, moms? Gosh darn you too. Oh well. I hope the little guy's okay. So, there's Herbie's argument for smoking. It kind of doesn't make sense though. How can smoking help with the flu? Oh, nurse, that sounded good. Yeah, I'm sure Bill will, Eggs. I'm pretty darn sure he will. Okay, good morning. Don't you love this song? There's no shepherds, fields where they lay, in fields where they feeding their sheep. A cold winter's night, there was so deep, and nowhere. Oh, that's great, Stepper. Congratulations. Okay, nurse, thank you, dear. Oh, Terry, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for sharing that, too. That's very honest of you. Terry, send me your address. Terry, send me your address. Let me send you a small package. Oh, don't worry, Sue. It's okay. It's not a screw up. I was only 70% chance that I was going to be here, if you guys remember. Thank you, Sue. I was only a 20% chance. 70% chance that I was going to be here today. But I woke up at about 5 o'clock. I had guests showing up at 7. And I was like, I'm up, I'm wide awake, I'm feeling pretty good. Let me go say hi to some of my friends. Good morning, Mello. Right, Hayes? That's really a shame. Oh, Terry, I could get it though. I'm really sorry to hear that. Justin, no, they are not from Canada. As a matter of fact, they're from Ohio. I have 2 friends here from Ohio. They're over, like, you guys remember doing it before where you sit on the couch and you watch the show from your phone, but you can hear the guy doing it? Good morning, Whiskey. Man, it's been a long time since we've seen some whiskey here. Merry Christmas to Whiskey, his beautiful wife and beautiful daughter. Good morning. Very, very nice to see you, Chad. I think about you. My buddy. I think about our wrestling match years ago. I've always wanted to give you a rematch. Okay? Because I think I can beat you in less than 17 seconds now. I've been practicing my wrestling. Life be life. And I've been practicing my wrestling. I think I can take you down in less than 17 seconds this time. And I think you deserve a rematch. Okay? Good morning. 33 people, 20 likes. Would you gift the show with a like? And remember the reason that we hit the like button here? Do you guys remember the reason? Greenie, Ruff kicks my butt almost every day. If I practice with Ruff, he's strong and he's fast. And I'm afraid to put him in a headlock. He's got a neck the size of the head. Really hard to put him in a headlock. He's squirmy. Good morning. Here we go. And change from top chat to all messages. Remember that, you guys. Good morning. Good morning, my good friends. I really felt tempted to wear my Santa hat again today. Okay? Rematch for sure, Whiskey. Give me 5. I was gonna wear my Santa hat today, but I thought, is that sacrilegious? Is that sacrilegious to wear a Santa hat the day after Christmas? Isn't Santa supposed to already be back at the North Pole? Give me 5 people that agree with Pops. It could be considered sacrilegious to wear a Santa hat the day after Christmas. Now, I'm not saying for sure, but there's a possibility that it could be considered sacrilegious. Okay? Santa can wear it all the time, of course, but he's also in the North Pole. Okay, give me 5 people. It's possibly considered sacrilegious. Considered. They might throw you out of the Santa Club. I don't know though. Maybe you go to put the hat on and it's filled with coal. Well, Santa's saying kill the Christmas music too. Really? I think you can do Christmas music until New Year's. I think you can roll. My religion says you can roll with Christmas music until New Year's, and then after New Year's you gotta knock it off. But Sandham, you got a problem with Christmas music, if I recall. Okay, you've got a problem. All right. Bill from King of the Hill takes Santa half the year. That's funny. That's funny. I never watched those shows. I have a hard time watching. I personally have a hard time watching the animated TV shows that are aimed at adults. Nothing wrong with them, and I think people get a great kick out of them. There's some sincerely funny humor in there. But I have a hard time with it. It's like, I shouldn't though, because it means I've outgrown my childhood. I don't think I want to outgrow my childhood. Okay? Jesus Christ, keep that stuff to yourself. Alright? Anthony Hunt is good with with adult cartoons. That's good. Speaking of children, here's a really neat article. You guys ready? Is there a psychedelic aspect? Is there a psychedelic aspect to childhood games? What do you guys think? South Park, they're many times too rude for me. I'm trying to keep my brain from being rude, and then I tune into those things, and it makes you get rude. See, child cartoons I can watch. It's the adult cartoons. The Toms and Jerry's are no problem. But that's just me. Again, that's just me. I'm a big nobody. I'm getting better at being nobody. Okay? Grinny playing games with my kids. That's so cute. I love parents that play games with their kids. Tom and Jerry, who was my favorite? I have to say the Roadrunner. I'd have to say Roadrunner with Wile E. Coyote. He had every Acme product in the business, if you remember. I'm going to have to go with Roadrunner for my fave. I'm going to go way back on you guys. I'm going to go way back. Mighty Mouse. Derek Anderson. Derek, you and me, buddy. You and me. I have to go back to Mighty Mouse. He's going flying. Yeah. They're fun to watch when you're at a Mosh Fest. Get 5 or 6 of your adult friends, line up on a couch, and you've all done just a reasonable dose, and sit there and watch cartoons together. Rocky and Bullwinkle were okay, no question. Oh, you just reminded me, Terry. Another top 5 of all time. Felix the Cat. Felix. Do you guys remember Felix the Cat? Felix the Cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. Whenever he gets in a mix, he reaches into his bag of tricks. Felix the Cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. You laugh so hard, your sides will ache, your heart will go pitter-pat watching Felix, the wonderful cat. Pops, did you like that show? You still remember the song. Choop Fritz was a completely different kind of cat. Okay? I liked Felix. And then the professor was the bad guy. And the professor had a henchman Rock! Rock! Get me that bag! I want that bag! They were always trying to steal Felix's bag. Cyber Jolie, you and I'm down with some Felix. I used to have a Felix the cat clock in my kitchen. I should get another one. I love those clocks. Felix the cat. J.W. and Porky was good. And Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudge. I'm Elmer Fudd. The cat clocks were to die for, right, nerds? Little tail going. These kids today, they don't know what they're missing. Good morning, Paigey. Let's get started. I'm going to read 2 articles today. Well, 1 article and 1 verse from the Tao Te Ching. And then we're going to let you guys go today. Pepe Le Pew was pretty cool too, I got to admit. Except I have a little PTSD about skunks right now, Vegas. If you guys remember my story from last August. Yeah. I'm not down. No, those. Yeah, I'm not down with skunks right now. Okay. Is there a psychedelic aspect? Herbie, congratulations to your wife. I know you're going to treat her wonderful. I know you will. She rates it from you. I imagine she's put up with quite a bit. Not that you haven't, but I'm just getting into your personal business. Let me read this article. Is there a psychedelic aspect to childhood games? The mind works in mysterious ways. When you see the word psychedelic, a number of things come to mind, from microdosing certain mushrooms to the combination of lights and sounds at a particularly epic rock show. The sort of games most people played during their formative years don't tend to be on that list. But maybe they should be. That at least is the conclusion that University of California Davis professor Jay Meshling reached via one avenue of his research. Meshling has written extensively about groups and rituals, from the Boy Scouts to the American military. And in a recent article, Livia Gershon explored one of his findings, that certain common activities can lead to basically altered states of consciousness. Meshling, Gershon writes, cites the mid-20th century work of the philosopher Roger Callot, who described different versions of play, including one called Ilinx, that's spelled I-L-I-N-X, Ilinx. What makes Ilinx unique is the way that it temporarily affects participants' perception. So things like spinning or swinging would very much qualify. Do you remember doing anything when you were a kid that included spinning or swinging? Give me a couple of examples of when we let the kids spin or swing. Give me a couple of examples. Pull an example out. How about a swing set? Swinging? How about a merry-go-round? Spinning? We put the kids on the merry-go-round and we try to get them to go as fast as possible. I was the dad that I was running alongside the thing. And man, I tried to get as much horsepower going. I wanted that merry-go-round to go so fast the kids would spin off. Okay, hold on, kids. In the 2021 paper Folklore and Transmarginal Consciousness, published in the journal, Good Morning Tukin, nice to see you. Or just spinning around, yeah. Folklore and Transmarginal Consciousness, published in the journal Western Folklore, Meshling made a convincing case for the ecstatic elements of everyday activities. Playground swings induce the vertigo of Illinois, as do merry-go-rounds, Meshling writes. And away from the playground, children and young people swing on ropes hung from trees or other high structures. Meshling goes on to cite the work of the late Brian Sutton Smith, a developmental psychologist who reckoned with some of the same questions. Meshling points to Sutton Smith's contention that play and games and their near kin rituals, far from being trivial pursuits, actually have played a crucial role in the evolution of human strategies for survival, and beyond that, happiness. You might not think of playgrounds as spaces where human consciousness has evolved, but there's a case to be made that that's precisely what's happening. Give me 5 people that want me to finish this. There's not much left. Is this interesting? We're sending our kids out to the playground and we don't think about it. We don't think about it. Crucial role in the evolution of human strategies for survival. That sounds like a pretty serious playground. Okay? That is a serious darn playground. Human consciousness evolves. I thought only that happened with apes eating mushrooms. Wait a minute. My kids' human consciousness is evolving on the playground? Let us go on. I've lost the thread. What happened? I've lost my thread. I just got myself interested and now I'm... We'll get back to it. My phone is acting up this morning on me. My phone, I hate it when that happens, Sam. That was just getting good. I want to know more about how come my kids' human consciousness is evolving on the merry-go-round. Something to do with the Illinois effect. Let me see. Let me see if I can recover this. Give me 1 minute to try. Illinois refers to 2 main things. A concept in game studies for play that induces dizziness or vertigo, and it's a technology platform. As a game theory term, Illinois, which comes from the Greek for whirlpool, Describes experiences like spinning, roller coasters, or even dancing that create a temporary loss of equilibrium for excitement. In game studies, a category of play involving temporary disruption of perception, such as dizziness or vertigo. Examples: riding carousels, spinning until dizzy, falling, or even some of the extreme sports. I imagine like hang gliding would probably be in this category. What's the purpose of these games? To achieve a strange excitement or an altered state of consciousness through disorientation. The argument goes among these is illnix, which describes the playfully altered perception of voluptuous panic, resulting when a person subjects themselves to abrupt spasm, seizure, or shock, which destroys reality with sovereign business. Callot's other categories, which should be considered alongside illnix, as any form of play rarely fits wholly or discreetly into one category. Examples. Callot uses illnix to describe the objective of a child who spins around in a circle to become dizzy. The argument goes that this is the first time children experience an altered perception from the normal world when they're out on the playground and having these experiences, these altered perception experiences, that actually evolves our mind. It, back to that one analogy we've used before, it greases the H2A receptor so that serotonin that our brain likes, the serotonin can easier reach regions in our brains. We start them out as kids doing that. And some of us never stop. Bungee jumping. There's another example of illnix. I bet if we look around the world, we can find a lot of examples. Look around our childhood. Maybe not so much anymore because it's hard to experience illnix on a Game Boy or on a PlayStation. Do you get where I'm going with this? Do you get where I'm going with this? It's a little more difficult to experience these altered senses of perception that are actually good for our young brains. We've, as a society, we're sort of eliminating those initial experiences. So guess what the child does as a young teen into his young adulthood? He searches for illnix in other areas. And it usually ends up with drugs. Get your kids on the playground. What's the moral of the story? Get your kids on the playground and spin them around as fast as you can. Get them going. When we were kids, we had a swing set in our backyard. The real deal. It even had a slide off on the one side. Well, the thing turned into a rusty old thing after years and years of sitting in our backyard. and we grew up. But that swing set sat there forever. And what we would do is you'd get one kid to sit in the swing set seat, and then you'd get the other kid, usually one of either me or my brother, and we'd start pushing you, and you'd go up and you'd come back, push, up and back, push, excuse me, up and back. The goal was, I don't know if you guys remember this, the goal was to reach the zenith on your arc and drop the back side of the swing. Whoever got that high? Get what I just said? Got a high? Whoever got so high they revolved the whole thing. You're up there at the very top, and now you're dropping. Best feeling in the world. My mom would look out the window and watch us. We would get in so much trouble. Whoever the pusher was. The flyer wasn't in trouble. Even though the flyer's like, push harder. The flyer, the slack of the chain scared the heck out of you at first. But it was human consciousness evolving. Don't you remember? I used to fly. I'd get going. Woo! Woo! You could never really do it on your own momentum. You needed a pusher. Childhood. Never, I still love swings too. No, Santa. Well, the truth is, my dad had put cement blocks around the legs of the swing set, which is a nice, sharp corner for a kid to fall on. But he'd actually locked it down because he had the feeling that it could slip over. Eggs has been up there with me. Eggs is so grateful for that change of funk. Sounds like some of you guys have been flyers too. Some of you kids took flyers just right about the same time Pops was taking a flyer. Excuse me. I'm not over my cough yet, but it's getting better. I'm not coughing all day, just about half the day now. The moral of the story is, how many people think it's better for kids to go play outside? Thank you, Nif. How many people think it's better to play outside, have your kids get outside and play, than to play on the PlayStation? Pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. What's wrong with these kids today? Need to get a busload of them and just take them straight to the Illinois Park. Okay? Santa, you can always tell a kid who never goes outside. Get the kids outside. And you should go with them. You should go with them. Outside is the best, moms. Paige's best memories as a child were spent outside. 1000% agree. If there's such a thing. 1000% agree. Get outside. Bundle them up and send them swinging. Send them spinning, Nippy. Hey, Nip. Where are we at on the Secret Santa? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot. Sorry. I'll text you later. But we should be getting pretty close to sending people 21 people are on the list. That's good, you guys. That's good. You did good. So, Nippy, are you going to be sending people the names of who their Secret Santa is? Should we be expecting that from you? Maybe over the weekend? I know you have a lot to do and it's a busy holiday. Okay. Yeah, Nippy, let us know. Let each person know who their Secret Santa person is. And of course, you're going to want to give them their address. All right? I have a few really neat things. I got probably the third oldest fruitcake in the United States. Thanks, Nippy. Appreciate you. I think it's rated as the third oldest fruitcake in the United States. So whoever my Secret Santa is, Paige, I'm sure an even number would help. But whoever my Secret Santa is, I'm just telling you up front. I'm telling you up front, you're getting the third oldest fruitcake in the United States. Okay? Derek Anderson, it was street lights, but then my mom had a backup. She would also click the front porch light. She'd just flash the front porch light, and you'd have to get home when you saw the flashing front porch. That was kind of a good idea from her perspective, because then you had to be within eyesight of your front porch light. You couldn't get too far down the block. You couldn't get so far away that you couldn't see. Like if it was just street lights, you could be 3 blocks away and ride your bike home real fast. Right? I remember that. And she figured it out. She was like, no, street lights. That's too easy for you guys to be running the roost. Okay? From now on, it's flicking front porch light and a timer. You better be in the next 3 to 5 minutes. Okay? We all had the rule. Parents, do you still do that to your kids? Do you still have that rule with your children? That they have to be home? You can't, got hell and no supper, go to bed. Okay, mom's dad whistled. You had to be within a whistle distance. Oreo's mom hit a pan and spoon. That's good. That's great. I'd love to see that. Standing on the porch, hit the pan and spoon. Lynette, do parents even do that anymore? I don't think they let their kids out alone. Oh. Jesse's was a big bell. They had a bell. It's like your parents are calling the cattle home. Okay? Oh. I don't think they do that anymore. But ours was flashing the red light. I mean the front porch light. Okay? Whiskey's your HOAs won't allow it. It's written in the HOA. Be really tough to be a parent today of a youngster. I mean, it's always tough to be a parent. Okay. But it would be really tough today. I feel for the young parent, the parent of youngsters. Because the world's got everything so twisted. You got to spend all your time untwisting to get your kid to grow up less twisted. Let's read the 13th verse of the Tao Te Ching today. I was hunting around in the... It's hard for them to learn respect. I mean, I remember with kids, we literally did not speak unless spoken to. We were silent as could be. You do not speak unless you are spoken to. And you answer, yes, sir, and you answer, yes, ma'am. My parents had 6 kids. We would, once in a blue moon, They would scrape enough pennies together to, okay, we're going to go out to dinner tonight. This is in the early 70s. The coolest place in our neighborhood to go for dinner that my parents could afford. Wait for it. I still have the most nostalgic memories. Wait for it. Pharmacy runner just nailed it. Sizzler. You could probably, I don't know what it was costing my parents, but they could feed us all at the Sizzler. And we'd always do one of the big round booths. And we'd have one parent on this end and one parent on that end, and all 6 of the kids in the booth. Okay? We'd have them all in there. And we're in there quiet, and later on, when we tease ourselves and we talk about it, our old days, we were Sizzler soldiers, we call ourselves. Because we had to be so prim and proper when we went out to dinner. You couldn't do anything. Yes, ma'am, to the waitress. Thank you, sir, to the waiter. Everything was polite. And there'd be all kinds of consternation. There'd be a kid climbing up the top of a booth over here. There'd be another kid throws his biscuit, whatever. Ours, we were sitting up high and tight. Not up to no good whatsoever. And, vague. Now you're getting me started in birthday parties at Farrell's. Whole nother story. But that was high school. That was more high school. Going to Farrell's. The trough, remember the trough? If you could eat the whole trough, you got it for free. Anyways, we're Sizzler soldiers. And I will never forget this. It's a PTSD moment. But I still like Sizzler. I love Sizzler. I love their toast. I do. And their cheap-ass steaks. They're pretty good. Vegas, the zoo, too. You're bringing back old memories. Those are the Valley. We were Valley kids. But I remember one time we went out to the Sizzler for dinner. I don't remember for 1 second what I did. I can't recall 1 second of what I did. But I either messed up or mouthed off or forgot to say yes, sir, or something. And my dad gets up off of his chair and off of the end of the booth. He goes, you, points at me. I didn't even have a name. You, go to the car. Go to the car. Now the food hasn't even made it to the table. We've ordered, but the food hasn't even made it to the table. And my mom's on the other side. She goes, oh, Eves, let him, just forget it. Go to the car. Okay, I'm gonna go to the car. I have to trundle out and get in the car. By the way, they didn't lock the car. They didn't lock the car back then, so you just go out and get in the car. The whole time I'm in the car, I'm crying my eyes out, looking out, seeing the people, seeing everybody eating on the other side of the window. And I'm in there and I'm crying. And I'm like, I just know for sure someone's going to come out and get me and tell me, okay, you've already spent enough time in the car. Or I knew maybe mom will get a styrofoam box and bring home my order. Never happened. I got kicked out of Sizzlers by my dad because I wasn't a Sizzler soldier. Manners were so important to them. It's kind of traumatic though. Right? That was a little over the top, Dad. The waiters and waitresses used to compliment my mom and dad. Boy, you have some well-behaved kids. It was, yeah, that's because they don't want to starve. Okay? You would think I wouldn't like to go back. Pharmacy runner, they should have a manners class. Etiquette. 13th verse. Favor and disgrace seem alarming, and high status greatly afflicts your person. I'm going to say that one. This is a kind of a long verse, but I'm going to break it down a little. Can you guys think of anything in the world today where we see that high status greatly afflicts the person? Have you? Can you? It didn't say greatly affects, it says greatly afflicts your person. Look around the world today. High status. Be careful what you wish for. It can and will greatly afflict you, given enough room. I agree with you, Higgs. I agree with you. I don't mind my childhood today. Favor and disgrace seem alarming. High status greatly afflicts your person. Why are favor and disgrace alarming? Seeking favor is degrading. Alarming when it's gotten, and alarming when it's lost. Why does high status greatly afflict your person? The reason we have a lot of trouble is that we have selves. If we have no selves, what trouble would we have? Man's true self is eternal, yet he thinks, I am this body and will soon die. If we have no body, what calamities can we have? One who sees himself as everything is fit to be the guardian of the world. One who loves himself as everyone is fit to be the teacher of the world. The essential message of this 13th verse of the Tao Te Ching seems to be that it's crucial to remain independent of both the positive and negative opinions of other people. The second agreement. Don't take anything personal. This says it very, very well. It's independent to be, it's crucial to remain independent of both positive and negative opinions of other people. But why the positive? Because it falsely lifts you up. Regardless of whether they love or despise us, if we make their assessments more important than our own, we will be greatly afflicted. My life was spent like that. I'm not joking. I told you guys this 100 times. I let other people keep my score. I didn't keep my own score. I didn't even know how. My life was spent trying to impress and look at what's your score for me. And you start changing yourself and you start doing things that aren't the true you. You put on faces, you put on masks, you put on performances so you can get a good score. And you lose yourself in the process. Seeking favor of others isn't the way of the Tao. Pursuing status stops the natural flow of divine energy to your independent mind. You have a basic nature that is uniquely yours. Learn to trust that. and be free of other people's opinions. Allow yourself to be guided by your essential beingness, the natural you. That's what nourishes your independent mind. By contrast, chasing after favored status or lofty titles to display self-importance are examples of living from a mind that depends on external signals rather than the natural inner voice. I so relate to this verse, it's not even funny. I sought status. I'd start a job, I'd look around that job, wherever it was. What's the highest ranking job I could get here? I'm on a construction crew. I look over, there's a superintendent trailer. Well, the superintendent's the highest status guy on this job site. I want his job. So now instead of being the best tradesman I can be, I'm pursuing something that will naturally come to me if I just be a great tradesman. And it went on and on and on like that, always looking to be the highest status guy in the situation. I told you guys the story, the first time I went in the church after recovery. First time, I'm out of recovery. I'm a recovering cocaine addict. I had 35 days of sobriety and maybe 35 or 40 meetings in me. I'm coming from the streets. I've been killing people by giving them their drugs of choice. I've been selling it to them and profiting off of it. And here I am sitting in the pew. It's the first time I went to a church after getting out of rehab. I'm going to get spiritual again. I'm sitting in the pew and I'm listening to the pastor. And what goes through this sick brain? What was a sick brain? That guy kind of sucks. He's not a very good speaker. I'm bored. I could do better than that. Dude, can't you just shut up and listen? Can't you just learn? Can't you start at the bottom and just work your way up the way you're supposed to? No. Within 3 weeks of getting out of recovery, Pops is in pastor school. Don't trust that pastor. Don't trust that guy at all. Do you think I told anybody that I'm going to be pastoring? Do you think I told him about where I just came from 35 days ago? Well, no, that would ruin my score. A lifetime of that, you guys. I'm so glad my life is different today. And it took me a long time. 60 years to get a hold of these ideas. I can't believe I just told you guys that. The Tao doesn't force or interfere with things. It lets them work in their own way to produce results naturally. Oh, that wasn't me. I forced everything. I forced it. I'm going to quit if you don't promote me. I'm better than he is. Promote me or I quit. Whatever approval is supposed to come your way will do so in perfect alignment. Lao Tzu, can you guys I'm feeling alone here. Can anybody relate to even a fraction of what I'm talking about in your own life? Forcing things, putting on masks to perform so you can be accepted, not even knowing what your inner voice sounds like. You don't even know what your inner voice sounds like. You've never once stopped and listened to it. I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one. Whatever approval is supposed to come our way will do so in perfect alignment. Whatever disfavor shows up is also part of that alignment. Lao Tzu Riley points out that pursuing favor is alarming, regardless of the outcome. I'm really glad some of you get what I'm saying. If you gain approval, you'll become a slave to outside messages or praise. Because it worked. Oh, wow, look at this guy. He's going to pastor school. Oh, wow, look at his recovery. And the more approval I got for that, the longer I stayed in that grind, in that spiral. Someone else's opinion will be directing my life then. And it did. The world's opinion and approval directed my life. If you gain disfavor, you'll push even harder to change their minds. And you'll be directed by forces outside of yourself. Both outcomes result in the dependent mind dominating, as opposed to the way of the Tao, in which the independent mind flows freely. Do I want a dependent mind or do I want an independent mind? I want the second agreement. I want to not take anything personally. The 13th verse insists that ego and the need for importance are troublemakers, and that are energized by your in-the-world self. The way of the Tao is to be aware of your eternal nature and steps outside of yourself or your body. No ego means no trouble. Big ego equals big trouble. The Tao Te Ching rhetorically inquires, if we have no body, what calamities can we have? If you ask yourself this question, you'll discover a divine, invisible soul that's independent of the opinions of all the afflicted seekers populating the world. In the spirit of the Tao, your true nature will replace the pursuit of external favor with the awareness that what others think of you is really none of your business. Practice trusting your inner nature. Practice listening to your inner voice. Every passionate thought that you have regarding how you want to conduct your life is evidence that you're in harmony with your own unique nature. Your fervent belief is all that you need. If you're tempted to feel insecure because others disagree with you, recall that Lao Tzu said, seeking favor is degrading. Give yourself permission to remember that you're not only your body and others' opinions about what you should or shouldn't be doing. You probably aren't taking into account your true eternal being. Those other people are also not only their bodies. So seeking their opinion and approval doubles the illusion that the physical is all we are. I'm going to say that one again. If I'm not my own, just my body, then no one is just their body. Seeking their approval doubles the illusion that the physical is all that we are. Your worldly self isn't your true identity. Your worldly self is not your true identity. Trust your eternal self to communicate with you. It will do so through your inner nature, where you'll honor it through an independent mind. Respect your vision and trust your natural, passionate thoughts that are aligned with the loving essence of the Tao. My natural, as I'm coming in touch with this is Pops now. My natural self is to be kind, to share, to give, and dare I say teach. I don't care if I'm teaching a bunch of squirrels or I'm teaching the greatest people in the world at T-Crib. It's in my natural self. I no longer do it for approval. I no longer do these things so someone can say Pops is great. I truly don't. Does my ego slip in once in a while? Yeah. But I hear it coming. And I'm like, I'm not listening to you because you're the world. My inner nature wants to serve, be kind, and to teach. I didn't choose this inner nature. It's the one I have. It's the one I was born with. It's the one I've been exercising passionately, as you can tell, for a few years now. And what a completely different life I live. Practice being the person Lao Tzu describes in the 13th verse. Affirm the following. I am a garden of the world, and I am fit to be a teacher of the world. Why? Because you recognize your inner connection to everyone and everything through an independent mind whose source is love. We all have that. We're all teachers of the world. If we're listening to our independent mind and exercising that passionately and not worrying about what other people think or feel or say about us, when we're not pursuing their approval, but we're in touch with our eternal self, this body will die. This body will go on. It'll crumble and it'll turn into dust. I don't know where my eternal mind will go, but I believe that the spark of me is eternal. There's never been one like it before, and some people might say, thank goodness there will never be another one. But I'm gaining pride in my inner voice. The source is love. By living from your eternal self, you'll become a mystical teacher and a guardian. The approval that your worldly self sought will be felt as what it was: the dependent's mind struggling to engage in life since it depended on external approval. Where do I fit in? Well, I'll force my way into all of these areas that aren't the real me. Ask yourself right now, what's my own nature? If I have no outside forces telling me who or what I should be, what's your true nature? Work at living one day in complete harmony with your own nature, ignoring pressures to be otherwise. If your inner nature is one of peace, love, and harmony, then act on just that today. I love you guys. I'm glad we were here today. I thought I'd run out of material early, but I've got more to say, but it's time to go. Be in touch with your eternal self. Let me get back to one more thing. Favor and disgrace are both alarming. High status greatly afflicts your person. You don't see many people buying trillion-dollar yachts that are in touch with their inner nature. Living in the highest high-rise, in the penthouses, because they're not seeking their inner nature. They're seeking money and status. Our politicians today, they're not seeking their inner nature and what's best for the people that they work for. They're expecting us to lift them up. It's all twisted, you guys. It's all backwards. Be a teacher from your inner nature. And the first persons we want to teach is our children. And then reach out past that. Again, I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you Monday. Nippy should be getting to us in the next day or two with our Secret Santa people. That's a good point, Charles. I honestly was thinking about monks last night. Paige, I'm glad. That was the reason that I came here. Okay? I didn't want people to be lonely this morning. We had at least a couple of people could say hello to us this morning. Right? Have a great, great rest of the weekend. You guys enjoy yourselves. Be kind and be good. Find your inner nature and pursue it with the same passion you used to pursue other people's approval. 4 things. Be impeccable with your word. Specifically, do not worry about other people's opinions of you. Don't take things personally. even yourself. Don't have expectations and assumptions. And do your best. Every day, if we work out, every day we get stronger. Every day we get better at it. I'll see you guys on Monday, yeah? Big hugs from Papa Roo here. Thank you guys, each and every single one of you. I'll see you guys Monday. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family. Pursue your inner nature. And love and share. Michael Patterson tells us to be who we truly are. Have a great weekend. I'm going to scroll you guys out now. Charles Wirtz, it was very nice to hear you this morning, Charles. Thank you. Nipper and Whiskey, love ya. Great to see you. Pidgey Page, that's my girl. Leanie and Aaron and Trenty the Trenty Trenterson and Daniel and Emily and Jesus Christ in Australia. Aaron's asking us to all have a blessed weekend. We shall. Mom's Munchie, much love. Have a great weekend, dear. Jesus Christ and Vaggie. There's my Valley girl. Derek Anderson, thank you. And everyone for a beautiful morning. Derek says, I love you all. See you all this evening live. Don't forget to watch them live, you guys. Have an awesome weekend and choose kindness. I love that. Choosing it. Jesus Christ and Charles and Nersey, thank you. You're a doll. Sue Little, there's a good girl. Nippy and Herbie Von Werby, Kabroken Furby, Kabop. And happy birthday to your lovely wife. Choopy, thank you for being here this morning. Oreo, same to you. Mike Barrowball. Michael Patterson, Higgs, I'm snapping with you, big guy. How are those shoes holding up? Kidding. Charles Wirtz, Cleany, Cyber Jolie. Michael Brown. Michael Brown. Good morning. Jesus and Moms. And Viva. That's Pidgey Page. Zozo, see ya. Wazzy, big hugs to you and yours. Thank your wife. She's the one that picked out the color. I didn't pick that color, Waz. I typically go with straight brown. But she said, oh, no. Give him the black and gray. Okay? You can blame Jen or appreciate her. Mike Baraball, Sue Little Chubby. Jesus Christ, Pharmacy Runner, and Joe D's. You, Eggs, you're more than welcome. Eggs, you got the same color I'm wearing. You and I couldn't get you a different color. Pops, peace, love. You all be wonderful. Exploring your inner nature. And let's kill the ego. Pops out.